So I'm just going to do a collective reading right now for the collective. Like I said, this might resonate with you. It might not. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You know, you don't have to resonate with everything. You can just resonate with a little bit of it and take what you need from this. And I hope that this serves anyone who views their highest version of self, answers questions, brings in clarity, and asking for protection from our Archangel Michael, and also asking for the space to be surrounded in the violet flame with Saint Germain's beautiful violet flame light, asking for that to permeate the space and allow these collective transit readings to reach the people that need it most right now. I hope it provides upliftment, clarity, and transformative messages that allow you to step into your power and step into your highest version. Also asking for any spirit guides or angelic assistance for this reading that is needed for whoever does peep into this. We want it to be highly beneficial for their evolutionary journey, coming into the highest versions of themselves. Whatever support is needed, we are asking for that. But again, this is a collective reading for the collective, and we'll highlight some collective themes, maybe some more personal for others. Some you might not resonate with at all. Like I said, just take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Also, I'm going to call in Kuan Yin, Bodhisattva Kuan Yin. Her energy is just so Mother of the Universe. All right. Ooh, so first we got Two of Wands here. Two of Wands. And Queen of Pentacles. I'm not going to be doing reversals in these readings, guys. So Wands energy is fire. We have a 2 here. When we talk about fire element, we're talking about movement, we're talking about action. The 2 brings in a choice point. Some of us may be in between decisions, in between like a fork in the road type of choice-making point for us to make a decision, whether we're going left or right, whether we're going forward or backward, whether we're going to go this way or that way. Wands represent, like I said, action and movement properties. So it's a physical embodiment energy here that's coming in. And with the 2, it is all about decisions. When we have a 2 energy, it's talking about also partnerships, dualities, could also bring in union as well. But for the most part, what I'm feeling is that it's time for some people to plan. It's time for some decisions to be made. It's time for some opportunities that have been presented to come forward. That 2 of Wands energy is going to bring in decision making, and not just decision making, but actual physical movement. For some of us right now, it really is time to make a decision, left or right. Fork, like I said, fork in the road type of position. Where are we going? Why? Really also, when I see the 2, I kind of get that balancey energy of the scales, like weighing out our options between 2 options and pros and cons. So that would be a really good thing to keep in mind right now. If we want to look at the 2 as a number, 2 is the second zodiac sign, which is Taurus. So this could also have to do with finances. This could have to do with our possessions. Okay. So anything having to do with our career, our finances, our possessions. Okay. And making new plans, making new decisions, making new choices, which also the Hangman just popped out. So that is another one. But before we get into that, we'll go into the Queen of Pentacles. This is a really great card to have coming in. Queen of Pentacles energy, all about that money, not just money. It's about abundance. The Pentacles are the earth realm. So every suit has a corresponding element to go with it. So the Pentacles is all about the earth realm, which is finances, money, career, possessions, the physical, tangible realm. And when we have that Queen of Pentacles card, we're talking it's really pleasurely, motherly energy that is all about security and prosperity. So a lot of people are making decisions right now that are bringing them to the prosperity, bringing them into more pleasure. Okay, and the forward action, like a lot of people actually right now are moving into a lot more prosperous territory, and I've been getting this a lot in the collective. A lot of people are going to be forward pushing into some very new territory that's very abundant, very prosperous, very different from what you've been seeing for potentially the past few months. Now we have that Hangman card. The Hangman is all about making new decisions, ending old ways, starting new things, releasing restrictions that hold us back, and sacrifice, surrender, new perspectives. Especially the Hanged Man for me mostly really signifies new perspectives because it's about hanging upside down. What happens when we go upside down? It's so funny if you ever do yoga, or if you're one of those people that always like to be upside down when you're younger. I learned a long time ago when I started yoga practice that going upside down switches that blood flow, right? So the blood flow, instead of going, down from your head to your body, it's actually going in an opposite direction. You're kind of switching up the perspective. So when we do upside down yoga postures, when we do postures that reverse the blood flow for a little bit, it actually brings in opportunities for new perspectives. So this is kind of signifying, in order to get this abundance here, this Queen of Pentacles energy, we're going to have to surrender and release some things and invite some new perspectives in and make some important decisions, making some real tangible moves as well. Okay. So there's a lot of prosperity, abundance, and security on the table for many people. But in order to get that, you're going to have to look at things in a different way. You're also going to have to potentially release old belief systems. Whatever's holding you back, you're going to have to surrender that. You're going to have to surrender your fear to God. You're going to have to, or to love, you're going to have to really step out of your comfort zone. Oh, that's a big thing too. We're in a lot of Aquarian energy right now. I'm pretty sure we have an Aquarian. We went from a Capricorn stellium right to an Aquarius stellium, y'all. So this is actually very big. It's huge. Honestly, I'm not going to downplay it. This energy is huge, okay? And it's like really impactful for people to be calling in new timelines and having timeline shifts, okay? So take that for what you will. If you're a person that lives in fear, this is a really big message for you to step out of your fear and to dream big at this moment, and not just be dreaming big and staying in that dream space, but also making action, forward action, planning, making the physical moves that you need to in order for all your manifestations to fruit and come out of the spiritual. Because there's so much spiritual support right now for many of us. So much spiritual support. But it's going to require some physical things on our part, which means releasing blockages, releasing fear, surrendering, changing our perspectives, going up. And honestly, I'm going to recommend doing some upside down yoga poses, or even just going upside down. Allow that blood flow change to happen. Allow the blood to rush to your head a little bit, not too much. Don't go crazy. Even if you can't do all that, like if you have some physical ailments that don't allow you to do that, you can still do plow pose. You can do a lot of poses for the crown. Bridges are really great depending on how flexible and how limber your body is. Be careful, of course, but do what you can. Even if it's just standing up and putting your hands to the ground and allowing the perspective to go that way, that's great. But really laying down, putting the feet up, a block under your back. I forgot what yoga pose that's called, but that's a really helpful one. Just having the legs in the air while you're laying on your back, and you can put a pillow or a yoga block underneath your butt or your back. Very helpful. Stabilizing, and it's going to help switch up the blood flow. My favorite one of them is plow pose. I've always done that even since I was little. A lot of babies and little kids actually do it, which is so beautiful and interesting. Okay, we got another Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, which is all about community, all about also finances, financial abundance, sharing, networking. When we get threes, we're really bringing in that networking energy, working together. Okay, so a lot of people might be meeting a lot of new people. I mean, Aquarius energy is about tribe and finding your groups of people. So some people might be networking with new people, collaborating with new people, and having just a whole new vibe as far as the people that they're working with. And this is a meant to be successful, very strong collaborative networking card that's about success. So this is a really strong business team collaboration, tribal energy coming in. A lot of people are going to be finding their tribe, finding their people, meeting new people, calling in new people that resonate with what their mission is and what they're doing. And it's just going to click. Whenever we see the 3 card, we're talking about collaboration, teamwork. 3 is Gemini, so it's all about that networking, communications, even our siblings. It could be more family healing, potentially for siblings, or even just this also can talk about our peers and our colleagues that we see every day, or people that we're alongside every day. Also the people in your household. So if you are living alone, maybe you won't be. Maybe you'll be getting a roommate. There's going to be some sort of collaboration energy coming in here for a lot of people. I mean, it is Aquarius season, so it is the time for people to be working together and joining forces together. So that could definitely be something on a lot of people's radar, or coming in, or maybe it's happening now. So something really exciting to look forward to. And it's going to have to do with money. The Pentacles, again, it's going to have to do with money. It's going to have to do with the Earth realm. It's going to have to do with finances, business, the tangible work in general, career. Maybe people are starting new career projects. They're creating a lot. Okay, now we have the 8 of Swords, which is all about illusions. Swords is the mind, our mental field. Swords represents air, so even the words that we speak to ourselves as well as the words that we speak to others. And when we're bringing in this 8 is all about illusions, delusions, and it has a lot to do with feeling. This card in particular is like a self-imposed entrapment. So a lot of people are struggling right now because of their belief systems and things they're telling themselves. They feel kind of trapped and isolated, but it's not like a real trap. It's not a real trap. It's not a real isolation. It's something that is in the belief system. That's entrapping. And this is why this Hanged Man card is really important, to change your perspective up, okay? Because you don't actually have to be trapped or isolated. You don't have to be imprisoned or disappointed, but you are potentially some people, because there's a belief system that needs some checking. You might be in fear. You might be keeping yourself stuck based off of things you're telling yourself or old belief systems that need to crumble down, okay? And when I'm done with this read, I will post in the comments the full picture of the reading so you guys can see it better. I know I don't have my traditional setup, so you can't really see things as well, but yeah, this just feels really spot on for the collective right now. So we got a lot of money energy coming in and opportunities coming in, but there's some blocks in the way that are caused by ourselves and our belief systems, the words that we're speaking to ourselves. Also, if we have people around us that are speaking ill into us, they're not raising our vibration, they're not raising our confidence, they're not supportive, okay? That can definitely be something. Ooh, and then we got the 9 of Swords right after, which is like torment of the mind. This is another thing that the 8 of Swords and the 9 of Swords are kind of very much alike. It's about fear. A lot of people might be dealing with fear right now, keeping themselves up at night. There might be things literally physically keeping people up at night, not able to sleep because they are in a state of depression, crisis, anxiety, or fear, okay? And the 8 of Swords coming before that tells me that it's really a lot in the belief system. It's a lot in the mind. And also, honestly, guys, we have a lot of energies coming at us to keep us in fear. So keep that in mind. This is why having that 3 of Pentacles, that collaboration, your team, your tribe is very important, so that that energy, weaponry stuff does not affect you. Okay? But also, this could be from past life stuff. We have a lot of timeline healing happening right now. So, please take good care of your mind. Please take good care of your body, because we're shedding a lot right now. So do your salt baths, borax, add a little borax in there, add some baking soda, add some Epsom salt, some magnesium salt, add some essential oils, because we are purging, and there's so much abundance coming in, guys, but this is a big shed. We're not into the horse year yet, so this is probably going to be the largest snake energy that we're feeling, because we're literally doing the last purge. And with all of this, there's abundance that wants to reach people, but with this 8 of and 9 of Swords energy, we have to let go of false belief systems. We have to let go of our fears that are keeping us in the same cycles. We cannot be successful with fear. You can't call in your manifestations and be successful if you're also fearful. There are contradictions. You got to pick one or the other. Am I going to be confident, or am I going to be fearful? Like, you can be fearful for a moment, but then after that, you gotta talk yourself into greatness. You got to talk yourself. You got to pray. You got to do your healing. You got to do your routines. Okay, and then we have the Well. That's that Gaia card. Really beautiful. Just lots of opportunities for creation here and healing in new and profound ways that might be new to us. This is an opportunity space. This is kind of similar to the Fool, kind of, in a way. And this represents the Gaia energy. So it's all about nature, nurturing, creativity, and new opportunities. See, I keep bringing that energy in because it's really strong. We have a lot of new opportunity energy coming in here that is very supportive, extremely supportive. And it's right under the Queen of Pentacles there. So yeah, you want to nurture your creations right now. You want to take a good look at all the opportunities you're being presented with. And a lot of people are going to be having new opportunities coming in, especially regarding creativity and the earth and nature, okay? So for those of you that work with environmental things, science, shamanism, plant medicine, those types of things, this might be something really ushering you in to call in some supportive energy. Another Swords card, a Six of Swords. This is all about new journeys as well. So that Swords energy, like I said, it's all about the mental field. It's all about our thoughts, the ways that we communicate to ourselves and each other, the words that we're using towards others and towards ourselves. Six is all about change and also security. It's a very balanced number, and it brings in transition, and it brings in also collaboration. But a lot of change is coming in for us very fast, maybe in a little too fast. So our dominant elements that we have right now are Swords and Pentacles. So that is earth and that is air. Okay, so this is telling me a lot of what we're moving into is going to require a strong mind. There's a lot of changes on the board for a lot of people, a lot of abundance on the board for a lot of people. But there's some blocks in the belief system. We need to really get to our belief systems and what's blocking our ability to manifest. What fears are you feeding? Okay. And is your support system around you, are they feeding your fears or are they helping you disperse your fears? That's really important to understand. Very, very important. Okay, so this is that Six of Swords that just came in. All about travel, all about change. That's our second card with travel and change that we have, as we do have this Two of Wands card, which is all about making actually the decisions and the physical action. This Six of Swords here is more like, okay, my mind's made up. It's also under the Hanged Man here. So making sure that you are allowing multiple perspectives to come in before you make a decision. Okay. Yeah. And there's a lot of security coming in. If you're one of the people that this reading is speaking to, you might have just gone through a very insecure period as far as finances, stability. You might have had a tower moment where like you left everything behind, or you might be in that middle of that decision making right now, feeling like you're leaving everything behind. And this is a reading that is encouraging you to move towards whatever is pulling towards you, because it is going to be promising, it is going to be fruitful, and you will be met with people, new tribe. If you are being introduced to new people, new social groups, this is also something that is encouraging that. But there is some fear energy that I see, and it might just be you holding on to the past. It might be you holding on to the old and not believing enough in yourself. There's physically people that are losing sleep because of these worries and fears. So it's really important to get to the roots of what those fears, those hidden fears are, so that you can move into abundance. Another movement card, Page of Wands. Wands, like I said, rules fire, which is all about action, forward motion, physical moves. The pages are all about travel. Okay, so there's people that are going to be moving. You might be moving jobs. You might be moving homes. You might be literally moving belief systems from one belief system to another. You might be leaving the church. You might be leaving a tribe for something else. You might be entering a tribe, entering a new group of people. This is highly indicative of travel and exploration, and something to get excited about. A lot of people are going to be traveling this year, this month, definitely this month. A lot of people will be traveling and brought to new places, brought to new ventures, and brought to new groups of people that are more resonant. Okay. So yeah, this is a beautiful reading, honestly. It's very positive. The only things that I'm seeing that are a little like, are people's fear, and it's self-imposed. The Eight of Swords card is all about, I'm trapping myself because of a belief system, or I'm afraid, or I'm stuck in fear. I'm keeping myself up at night with these worries and despair and anxiety. And it all is having to do with the mind. So meditating, breath work, yoga, physically writing these fears down so that you can stare them in the face, and burning them up in the fire is also very helpful. But there's moves that need to be made. There's decisions that need to be made. There's money here. There's strong opportunities for increase in the financial realm. Even if it's a new job, a new career, a lot of people are moving into fruitfulness with financial abundance. We have another, it's so funny. We started with the Two of Wands. We're ending with the Two of Cups. Okay, so this could be new relationships. This could be, decisions regarding union. This could be a union coming in, a union solidifying, but more so it is like a choice point that needs to be made. Decisions regarding emotions. The emotional field might be here, affecting a lot of us, but twos have a lot to do with relationships and partnership and harmony. So oh my gosh, this is a really good reading. Really good. And it's really just ushering in people to make the healthy decisions for themselves, and not allowing fears or old belief systems to get in the way of where you're moving in the future now. There is a lot of attraction energy coming in, and that has to do with your mind. So if your mind is not clear, if your mind is fearful, you're going to manifest fear. Okay. So it's really important to sit down and do that shadow work of writing down literally write down, what am I afraid of? Why am I afraid that this will not work? What fears come up when I think about success? What fears come up when I think about making this move? Why am I afraid? I have this big move that I want to make, or this big decision that I want to make, but there's a giant fear or a couple fears. And they might be kicking around the subconscious. It might be from childhood. I always moved around when I was little, so I'm really afraid that instability, you got to really get to the core wounds here of the mind and the mentality. And these can even be old belief systems from previous lifetimes. It might not be from this lifetime, but a lot of it might be from childhood. Okay, so the dominating energy here, we have Pentacles. We have Swords, okay? And like I said, that's earth and that is air. So abundance, body, wealth, finances, and then swords, communication, the words that we speak, the words that we listen to, our belief systems, literally our belief systems and what we tell ourselves every single day. And then we have a Two of Wands and a Two of Cups. So it's all about decisions. And that Hanged Man here is encouraging, change the perspective. Literally, like I said, go in an upside down yoga pose, or just hang out upside down for a little bit and let that blood flow the opposite direction, and it will help bring in new perspectives. I don't know if anyone else, when I was little, I loved to be upside down. It felt really good. And it's that hanged man perspective of, I'm changing the blood flow. I'm changing the ways that my mind works. I'm changing the ways of seeing the world by reversing this blood flow for a little bit, and I gain new perspective that way. So do some yoga postures that are upside down that allow you to see the world from different views and different eyes. Lots of travel cards coming in. Travel, tribe, collaboration. This is a time, like I said, Aquarius is all about working with people, finding your tribe, finding your community. So, and support systems. Strong support systems. If you do not have a strong support system around you, there might be one coming in soon. There might be some avenues and changes that can be made that you may have not been aware about, that might be coming into your awareness very soon, or that might be presented very soon for you to have more harmonious tribe and community around you. But the biggest thing here, in order to get to those fruits and those like juiciness opportunities, you have to address what's kicking around in the subconscious and the belief system telling you that you can't do it. What is in your mind telling you can't do it? Is it saying you don't have enough money, you'll never be wealthy, you'll never be successful, no one likes you, you can't do this? What fears are kicking around, making it so that these things are not manifesting properly for you? Because that's where this is lying, in the mind. And Aquarius is an air sign, so it has a lot to do with the mind. The swords have to do with air, so it's about the mind. It's about the belief systems. It's about what we're telling ourselves, and as well as what we're listening to around us. Our words can be poison or medicine, right? So are the words that we're listening to poison or medicine? Are the words that we're telling each other, or ourselves, what we're speaking to ourselves, is it poison or medicine? Very important. It makes a huge difference in our confidence and our ability to actually manifest what we want. If we don't believe we can achieve it, we most likely won't. So it's, like I said, a deep belief system thing. And people gonna be traveling. You might be packing it up and moving along. Don't be afraid to do it. This is a time of sporadicness. A lot of sporadic change is abound for many people. So with that, I do think that is all coming through for this collective reading. But I'm still doing personal ones. If anyone has a specific question about something that they would like, go ahead and ask, and I'll do it. It's for free, so I'll do a free card pull for you. I'm just showing you in order what we pulled. We had the Two of Wands, then we had a Queen of Pentacles, beautiful, beautiful, Hanged Man, very nice, Three of Pentacles, collaboration, efforts, teamwork, success with money, especially career. And if you're working with the earth, then we have that mind, the mind, traps of the mind, delusions telling us we can't do it, what's keeping us up at night, that Eight of Swords. Then we have the Nine of Swords as well, keeping us up at night with our stress, our anxiety, our hidden fears. The Well, which represents Gaia, opportunities, nurturing the earth, physically our bodies, and physically the earth too. This is a very earthy reading as well. Six of Swords, we got that travel energy, change, new opportunities coming in, balance, success there, feeling like we can really create something new. Then the Page of Wands energy is like, I'm on a journey, I'm ready to set out somewhere new, I'm ready to go somewhere new. And the Two of Cups energy, more partnership, more harmony, more balance being brought in. Beautiful, beautiful reading, y'all. Love it. That was really nice. So if no one else has a reading, that they would like a personal one. I'm not sure how many people are in. Let me check to see if there's any comments. If you want a personal one, just pop in your question in the comments or just say general reading and I'll pull cards for you. If you have anything you want clarity on or to learn deeper on. But yeah, this one pretty complete here. Very happy with that. Let me know in the comments if that resonates at all with you as well. I'd love to know if it did. That felt really on point and spot on for the collective. Like I said, if you weren't here in the room earlier, I said that if no one had a personal reading that they wanted, I would do something for the collective first. So that was a collective reading for everyone. Just take what resonates, leave what does not, because everyone might have resonated with that. Some people might have not. Just take what resonates and leave what doesn't as far as that reading goes. I'm on my iPad, so this is the live options on there are a little different than what I'm used to than working on my phone. So I don't see any comments for personal readings right now, which is fine. So I'll probably close up this live and I'll leave it on my page so that people can watch and tune in, past, present, future, when they're ready. Yeah. Sending you guys a lot of love. This energy has been quite intense, very intense, honestly, and thank you for being on Earth at this time. Thank you for being yourself. Thanks for not exiting it out prematurely. I just want to commend you for your humanness and existing and doing your best, because that's really all we can do is our best. And a lot of people got a lot of new opportunities coming in. A lot of us have new blessings, new people, new environments, new career opportunities. It's finna get exciting, y'all. Just you got to release these subconscious fears about not being good enough, about not being able to afford something. The money's going to come. The providing will come. There's so much abundance coming in for people right now too. So that's why this world is kind of going a little nuts. So because the financial realm is coming back to the earth, coming back to us, getting it out of wherever it has been, that has been sucking on so many people's life force energies, and we're reclaiming our wealth. We're definitely reclaiming our wealth as a collective human species. The earth is reclaiming her territory as well. So just encouraging that for everybody. Don't give energy to your fear. Like I said, go upside down. Do some yoga postures that bring you upside down so that you can see life from a new perspective and change the blood flow a bit. Sending you guys so much love, so many blessings. I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your week and continue grounding and resting. Listening to sound bowls, sound healing, calm, classical music, singing, dancing, really allowing the flow of the energy to come about and support you and support your highest becoming, because we are all transforming this month very rapidly. I'm going to check the comments once more again if the deck that I'm using is this Ethereal Visions deck by Matt Hughes. He has a couple different ones, but this is my favorite one to use because it does include, like I said, it includes the two additional cards, which are the Well, which represents Gaia, and then the Artist card, which represents Ophiuchus. So I do feel like it's a little more current as far as the astrological things go, because Ophiuchus is still making its way on the map for people to accept its existence again. It's that hidden 13th sign that we call the 13th sign. And this is Ophiuchus. So this is an additional card in the deck, and then the well is the additional card in the deck for Gaia. But I love these cards. They're just so pretty. It's the illuminated version, so the little gold. He has a regular version that doesn't glimmer, but I love this one because it does glimmer. The gold, it has like gold embellishment. And I think it was the star card that I just passed, which is like my favorite, or one of my favorites anyways. It's very, very shiny. And the sun card, let me pull those out. The Lovers is very pretty as well. Very pretty. And the star card, very pretty. And then I'm trying to find the sun here to show you, because it's a very pretty card as well. The Tower, the Temperance, very, very pretty. Matt Hughes is an amazing artist, by the way. If you look him up on Instagram, I think him and his wife created this deck together, which I love even more. So yeah, he has a traditional version of this deck, and then he has the this one, which is the illuminated version. I must have passed it. All right, let's see. Had to have seen it somewhere. It's one of the prettiest cards in this deck, the Sun card. So, you'll see it. There we go. Sun card. Ah! Look at that. So pretty. Woo. All right, guys. I love you guys so much. Sending y'all so much love. If you're curious about the crystals that I have here, I have 2 black kyanites on the end. This is a blue kyanite, which is a heart. It's kind of very... is this blue kyanite? It is blue kyanite, but it's a darker... actually, this might be a different kyanite. Yeah, this might be a little different, but I think it is blue. But usually the blue is a little bit lighter, like this color, and it's more shardy, but it's in a heart, it's tumbled, so it might be different. This is one of my absolute favorites to use, Celestite. If you're not new here, you know that. Black tourmaline, and then this one is a fire agate. I believe, fire agate. So, yeah, I got this gifted to me at a festival a long time ago, and it's a very powerful one. Just love the way that it, you know, the minerals, how it has mineralized, very pretty. And of course, the black kyanite works so well for like an aura cleanser. I literally use it like a little broom. Sweep around my aura. Do it for y'all just real quick. Then I burn some herbs as well. Sending y'all so much love. Be well, and talk to you soon.